What is up, Broncos country? Oh my goodness. Did we get a fast start? Have we been a cleaner team? Has this been like bizarro world where the Broncos have actually come out on a good start, done exactly what they were supposed to do, and have played a really clean game outside of one turnover and are going into half with a 27-10 lead? Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. Welcome to the halftime hash. My name is Adam, your favorite substitute teacher, the baby-faced assassin. And let's chop it up and let's break down what we just saw from a very, very eventful first half. I want to take some of my notes out here, and I just kind of like write them down as they come in. So I'll just say this: RJ Harvey, I've been talking about we need to caffeinate this offense. A dude has earned some touches. That dude is RJ Harvey. He just showed you with 2 scores today. VJ is straight diabolical with some of his blitzes, man. He is like the staggered blitzes, double A gap blitzes, bringing numbers, hard slants, man. I love it when guys are that aggressive. I love it when VJ is that aggressive. And whew, just damn, that was a good first half. Clayton, what's up, baby? Smash that like button and share, guys. And what a first half. Uh, I love how dominant PS2 is, because when guys like George Pickens get like a slant on him for like 1 catch for 7 yards with no yak, and they get up like they just, oh my goodness. So yeah, that all that. And Bo Nix right now, when Bo Nix is on and Sean Payton are on the same page, this is how the offense should look. This has been probably one of the cleanest displays of offensive football that we've seen this year from this team. So, oh my goodness. Let's just get to the comments. Let's see what's going on with the Rockies. I don't know that we're talking about the Rockies, maybe the rookies. And if that's the case, whoo boy, Pat Bryant. I call Pat Bryant PB and first down because he goes together like peanut butter and jelly, baby. And that was a big boy toss, and that was a big boy catch that Pat Bryant had to close out the half. Gary, what more can you say? That first half was awesome. Let's go. Let's Adam got his dream journal out. I have a writer brain, and so I take a little piece of paper. I have slips of notes everywhere, man. I got slips of notes everywhere. It's a lot like my brain. If you took a look inside my brain, probably the same way. Kellen, if this team takes off like this, put the league on notice. A freaking men, because you have, I mean, the broadcast is going all the way back to the 1977 Super Bowl in order to talk about something positive about the Cowboys. That is how sad the Cowboys have been so far. And while they have 10 points on the board, don't get me wrong, but Denver has pretty much dominated this game from start to finish. Chris, I'm just giving you a hard time, baby. I know what you're talking about. 27 points in one half. 27 points in one half. How many times have we been talking about this is what we wanted to see? Like, this is what we know this team has been capable of. This is it's therapeutic to get some of this out. Andrew, just to be humble, Dallas is pretty bad. And the thing is, they're bad, but they have some guys back there. I saw Kenneth Murray was playing defense. So I mean, Kenneth Murray's a good ball player. But yeah, they look a little. Some of the calls that the Cowboys are throwing out, those are basically just cover 2 base shells. Like, they are so they are so bad right now that they are basically playing everybody in front. They're playing 3 deep, everybody in front. I mean, it's pretty bad. They're Dallas is pretty bad. David, we look good, but their defense is hurt. That's a great point. That's a great point. However, I will counter that by saying they're all professionals, and unfortunately, we weren't going to wait a game. We weren't going to postpone the game for them to get healthy so that we could play. Um, that's I mean, you beat who's in front of you. Um, so I yeah. Jose, what's up, buddy? Let's see. Ridge is playing good for Cowboy being a new guy. You know what? Let's shout out some guys who have played really, really good outside of RJ Harvey. Evan Ingram, I think each week has played a little bit better and is starting to really acclimate himself in the offense. He almost had a score. He's been that intermediate option. He drew a really good flag that opened up Franklin on down the field in that boot in the second quarter. Troy Franklin, I have said that there's good Troy Franklin and Ghost and Milk Carton Ghost. Or, I keep saying Ghost. Milk Carton Troy Franklin. It's either boom or bust. Today's been boom, so I'm really happy about that. Uh, Riley Moss. Again, we talked about him in the pre-show. I'm going to talk about him again here. The guy just does yeoman's work. I think he goes to ground a little too easily, and I think he panics a little bit at the end. But, man, he has done solid work, whoever he's been matched on today. The three guys back there, Moss, Surtain, and Barron, have played lights out. You can include Jaquan McMillan in there too. I mean, these guys are playing great in the back end right now. And again, the pass rush has been there and makes their job easier. But even when they haven't been able to get to Dak, the back end of the secondary has been airtight so far. Let's keep going down the list. Nate Atkins playing more like any other tight end. You know, I did talk about this rumor that the Broncos were interested in the tight end market to see how that goes. Here's what I think. I don't know that that's necessarily an indictment of Evan Ingram. That may be an indictment of Adam Troutman, because you see Nate Atkins factoring a lot into the offense, even if it's double tight or as an H-back or something like that. Ingram's the pass catcher. Where does that leave Troutman? And Troutman has been kind of quiet, and maybe some of the struggles in the run game have been due to not having that blocking tight end. So that could be something that Denver does maybe look into. Does this mean we play in the first half and now we will play in the second? Oh my God, no. Let's knock on some wood wherever you find it. Let's not even let's not even talk about that. If there is maybe an underlying topic that maybe we need to get out there, the very scary moment in the first part of the game where Pat Surtain did go down. He has played the game without any other noticeable limitation, but I would say at this point, if we get up by enough, let's just take him out and let's bubble wrap him and let's just save him for next week. If I don't know what the injury was. I know that he had a similar kind of injury in the Philadelphia game. So hopefully everything's fine, and we're not gonna need to worry about PS2 being in there at the end of the game. Andrew, I love how Sutton works his ass off even when he's not in the. You know what? He's a captain. That's why you're a team captain. And when you do yeoman's work like that, I mean, look at the Super Bowl teams when they had Rod Smith and Ed McCaffrey. You block downfield because you may spring them that one time, and you saw it on the RJ Harvey touchdown run. That was team blocking, and that was a great play. That was just a great run by Harvey. I'm sure that is what we thought we were getting when we drafted him back in the spring. As always, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. If you want to see me, please, I would love to be 6'5", because I'm already 6 feet tall. David, whoo. Yeah, I saw that it was something to the shin. He was grabbing his ankle. It was very scary. And I really need him to not be in the game in the fourth quarter, because I hope we're up by that much. Dallas needs to run Williams more. You know, I'm not saying that's incorrect, but right now they're down 27-10. So you may have taken the element of the run game out of the equation, because they're going to need to score quick now. And which actually may be a blessing in disguise for the Broncos, because on that scoring drive, Dallas actually ran the ball pretty effectively with Jaden Blue and with Javonte Williams running out of that single back one tight end set that we talked about earlier in the show, where I really thought that was going to be how they were going to disguise it, and they did. Oh, so if you take that out of the game where they have to throw the ball, now you're turning pass rushers loose, and this defense has a running start now. Come on. We if you're going to give our defense a running start at a quarterback, I don't know how that's really fair. Chris, Jaden Blue, I've seen Jaden Blue play a little bit at Texas. I really like him. I like his game a little bit. I know he's more of a speed guy than a 3-down guy, but man, he put Brandon Jones on skates at one point. So they have a nice little tandem back there. I'm not going to give Dallas too much credit. They do, but they do have some nice backs. They do have some good backs. Mike, we all know Adam's really a gnome. I don't know how to. When I think of something to come snappy to come back with that, I'll come back. Adam, you're only 6'5" in heels. I heard that's only my stilettos, baby, and I only break that those in Halloween. But that's a different story. We'll talk about that later. Halloween's later on this week. We'll talk about it then. I remember Denver wasn't going to get RJ Harvey. They should have gone after Blue. You know what? When you have a physical first and second down runner like J.K. Dobbins, you want to complement that with the speed guy, with the speed guy like an RJ Harvey or a Jaden Blue. So either way, Jaden Blue would have been very nice to have in this offense as well. Gary, now we just have to worry about the Broncos playing all 4 quarters. Let's talk about that. What does Denver need to do in the second half to keep this going? First thing they're doing is the Cowboys look like the team that is undisciplined and doesn't want to be there right now. From the personal foul call, the roughing call that they had that set up the 2-point conversion, which again, I think Sean Payton's called a really great game. I wasn't in love with that call. I wasn't in love with the 2-point conversion call. But if that is the case, if that's his only mistake today, that's fine. Getting back to the Dallas penalties, though, even on the touchdown to Pat Bryant, I was on an offside. That was a free call. That was a free play. So, I mean, if anybody has made the Broncos look good at this point, when it comes to the penalties and looking undisciplined, it's been the Cowboys. Chris, I am going to tell you this right now. They are running the ball very, very effectively. They have only run the ball 12 times. Again, yes, the run game has been very efficient today. You got to run that ball more. And now we're in the part of the game where now you can kind of lean on them a little bit, and you can start to take the air out of the ball just a little bit. Jose, what's up, man? How are we living right now, guys? This is just a complete departure from what we've normally seen so far with the Denver Broncos. As we segue back into the game, let's get some things out of the way. Tomorrow is the post-game reaction show at 8 o'clock with your boys, including me, and we'll break down today's game. Do not forget about the flagship show, Bourbon Broncos and OBS, on Tuesday at 7. Also, check out the website, broncosandbourbon.com, where they have tons of one-stop shopping Broncos content there. I'm going to get back to the game. You should do the same thing too. Remember, I'm on YouTube at Eye on the Ball 37. Remember to keep your eye on the ball. And I'll talk to you next time, baby. Go Broncos.